declaring the massive sewage overflow into the Potomac River a public emergency. The resources and funding she's hoping to secure from the federal government.
Cabin John neighbors here say that the Potomac River sewage spill hits your nose before it hits your eyes, and they say the stench is taking a toll on their daily lives.
Educating the public on Dakar Rose's law, which prohibits any mandatory waiting period before taking a missing persons report. DC News Now's Randy Bass breaks down what you need to know.
Then we're tracking rain in the DMV. Meteorologist David Madsen is looking ahead at this weekend's storm and if you could see some snow.
And it's tax season and the federal returns are big this year. We're stretching your dollar, helping you find free filing.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Right now, DC is under a state of emergency following the Potomac sewage spill. Yeah, the Potomac Interceptor marked collapsing on January 19th, nearly 4 weeks ago now.
And since then, Annalisa, there have been several overflows of more than 200 million gallons of wastewater dumped into the Potomac. According to the Virginia Department of Health, and the spill is now one of the largest in the country. And we have team coverage tonight. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is talking to residents impacted by the sewage overflow.
But first, let's turn over to Marielle Carbone, who's live in Cabin John with more on Mayor Bowser's decision to declare a public emergency there. Marielle?
Yeah, Annalisa and Mark, the mayor making this decision as a way to ensure that DC gets the resources it needs to deal with this. Now, you can see DC Water still out here on this scene, this repair. It is already costing tens of millions of dollars. So the mayor wanting to ensure that she gets the financial reimbursement the district deserves. Cabin John along the Potomac River.
We've finally gotten down to that damaged section of pipe.
DC Water is making progress, pushing forward with emergency repairs on the Potomac Interceptor.
Now we're really able to get in there and start doing the work to clean it out.
The repairs plus remediation are expected to be costly. It's one reason why DC Mayor Muriel Bowser is declaring a local public emergency.
Emergency declaration speeds up in some ways, is consideration for how we recoup costs.
The declaration allows the district to request federal support, with DC seeking 100% reimbursement for costs incurred by DC Water.
But there are other ways that we think that the federal government can help speed up capital investments in the DC water infrastructure.
I was wondering how DC was going to pay for not only fixing this problem, but all the damages and harm that's downriver.
Dean Alyx, the Potomac River keeper, along with the University of Maryland, have been testing the water since the initial spill.
We're still seeing very high E. coli levels, Staph aureus, which can cause staph infection, MRSA.
He says as the region moves forward, the community must be included in the conversation.
Making sure downstream communities, our watermen, beach communities, people who are rowing crew, that they are represented in this process and that federal dollars are not only invested into fixing the problem, but invested back in the river.
And as of this afternoon, the mayor said that she still hadn't gotten a response back from the White House on that request. Mark and Annalisa, the emergency repairs happening right now are expected to last through mid-March. Reporting live in Cabin John and Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. For more information on the state of emergency, you can head to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and ahead at 4:30. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons speaks with people impacted by the smell coming from the river and how it's affecting their daily routine.
All right, let's head over now. Meteorologist Damon Madsen. Damon, we saw the umbrella in Marielle's live shot. Also, I threw my jacket over my head for when I walked out there because I forgot the umbrella. But yeah, rain coming down.
I'll be making that run to the car myself as fast as possible. So, yeah, the soggy weather, it's finally here, folks. And as we move on throughout the rest of this Thursday into Thursday night as well here, the rain is going to be pretty common. It took that bit of time, but after lunch, the green started to fill in on the radar. And now we have some widespread steady rain. Some of the main pockets focused along the I-81 corridor from Winchester up to Hagerstown. We also have this main batch that is rolling across southern Maryland, the I-95 corridor in Virginia, stretching back toward Fauquier County as well. And now D.C. We managed to stay dry up until the mid-afternoon, but just about an hour ago, steady rainfall filled in, and now we have this wall of rain working across D.C. It's steady, but it's not very heavy to where it's going to cause any major problems. That being said, it's going to be a soggy evening commute home, so be ready for those slick road conditions and just give yourself that extra time and space on the roadways because this rainfall will continue. Now, there are going to be some breaks as we head into the overnight hours. It's not going to rain the entire time, but for the most part, yeah, we're expecting plenty of rain in the coming hours, and it's going to remain damp and chilly. So we'll time out when all this wet weather will finally come to an end on Friday, and we have updates on that potential for some snowfall as we head into Sunday. That's coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And right now, Montgomery County Police have released the name of the child who died in a shooting in Montgomery Village. Police say 6-year-old LaSalle Lee IV was found inside a townhome on Maple Leaf Drive. That's on Tuesday afternoon, suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police say no foul play is suspected. That investigation is still underway.
And tonight, crews are still working to find the source of the gas leak 3 days after a home explosion in a Centerville neighborhood. Crews working to find the leak telling DC News Now that they found a Washington gas line that lost pressure when it was tested. They say that it would be at least another 24 hours before people living in the area might be able to return home. Right now, 30 homes remain evacuated. We've reached out to Washington Gas for a statement. They tell us that they are cooperating fully the National Transportation Safety Board and defer all questions about the cause while they focus on securing the area and supporting residents and ensuring system safety.
Hey, right now in Maryland, both lawmakers and community members say they want ICE out of their state. They protested this morning against a proposal to bring an ICE facility in Hyattsville, like you see here. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile has the latest.
That peaceful community march concluded just before 9 in the morning. It is in opposition to a proposed ICE facility here in Hyattsville. I'm told it is in that gray building behind me. Congressman Glenn Ivey, Councilmember Jolene Ivey, and several other county leaders here in Prince George's County took part in that march.
Now, when they came out to Minnesota, they didn't know what they were going to run into. But what they did out there was they mobilized the community and they ran outside of town. We're going to do that here too, right?
The community march route
Let's go now!
Went by the immigration court in Hyattsville before ending in front of the building on Bellcrest Road, site of the proposed facility.
This is not about protecting violent criminals. It's not. It's about protecting our American values. So that people like my father can go to the store, can pick up his grandchild, can walk without the fear that they will snatch him. Because he looks different.
Congressman Ivey says they're fighting on Capitol Hill, but the fight has to be on all levels of government.
I myself have sponsored a bill that will make county spaces safe for people who are immigrants and to keep ICE out.
The congressmen and senators, Alsobrook and Van Hollen, sent a letter to DHS and Trump administration demanding details on what's being proposed.
The primary concern is we want to make sure this certainly doesn't turn into a detention facility, and we don't want ICE to expand its activities.
In the letter, lawmakers requested a full response from DHS and ICE no later than February 27th. In Prince George's County, I'm Tosin Fakile. Back to you.
All right, Tosin, thank you. In Virginia, Prince William County Schools says that over 300 students were suspended from Woodbridge High School after a walkout protesting ICE. In a letter to parents, the school district says that the students are not being punished for participating in a walkout, but for leaving school grounds during the school day. Students organized the walkout last week, walking along Old Bridge Road. Now, those students handed a 3-day suspension. We spoke with one student outside the school.
A lot of people were missing. So in one of my classes, there wasn't a lot of people. So even yesterday and AP Psych, I didn't see a lot of people, and they told us that about 300 people got suspended, so I'm like, I don't know, there's just no reason for it.
And DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg, he's following the story for us tonight. He's going to have much more coming up on DC News Now at 6.
The Commission of Fine Arts voting today to approve President Donald Trump's White House East Wing renovation plan. The 7-member panel is made up of Trump appointees after he replaced the board last year. And in an unusual move, they approved not only the concept, but also the final design, accelerating that process. The National Capital Planning Commission will meet in March to vote on whether to approve the plan. Trump wants to begin above ground construction in April. Also new today, lawmakers in Prince George's County pushing forward on new legislation looking to bring missing people home to their loved ones.
Yeah, Dakara Rose's law passed out of committee today, and the law named for 19-year-old Dakara Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson. Last August, Markin was later found murdered in nearby Anne Arundel County. The legislation looks to prohibit mandatory waiting periods to report missing persons and put missing black women and girls in the spotlight.
DC News Now's Randy Bass has been following this case and the legislation. She's breaking down what's new there today. Randy, good afternoon.
Yes, Dakara Thompson's family and council members sitting in on that meeting were emotional, crying, reaching for tissues as they pushed forward, moving that new legislation named in her honor, aiming to bring back missing women and girls just like Dakara. When Thompson went missing last August, the community, her family really showed up, turned out in droves to search for her. She was found murdered, though, about a week later along Route 50. This bill would put into law and educate the public on the county's no mandatory waiting period reporting policy for missing people, and have the county's law enforcement agencies devoting additional resources to finding missing black women and girls. As for what's driving the new law, data from the DOJ and its National Crime Information Center says in 2022, over 270,000 women and girls were reported missing. 36% of them were black, despite black women and girls only making up about 14% of the U.S. population, female population, at the time. 2024 research from Columbia University found black women were 6 times more likely to be murdered than white women nationwide. Lawmakers now in predominantly black Prince George's County are trying to do something about those staggering statistics with the help of Dakara's family.
I'm glad that my daughter was an inspiration. I'm glad this moment has come where it is being talked about now, you know. And I look forward to seeing the progress and what will happen once the law is implemented.
Now, Councilmember Winika Fisher, she told us after that hearing today that they are expecting to move this legislation forward quickly, fast track it now that it has passed committee, expecting a final vote on this legislation sometime next month. In Largo, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.